Okay, can you guys hear me now? Sorry for the break in transmission.
Yes,
I
we
just
can
wanted
hear
to
you.
ensure you can hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay. So it's not like I'm sharing my screen, but I just wanted to ensure that this is captured in the recording. All right. So good evening, everybody, once again. Like I said earlier, right? It's important that we have this conversation of the role of mindset in shaping your career growth, right? And I sort of lay a foundation in the community group earlier. I laid a foundation in the community group, and I said something that I have personally found out in the course of my life is something I personally prioritize, right? I found out that the difference between where you are and where you want to be is three things. The difference between where you are and where you want to be is three things, right? Wherever you are right now in your career, not even career alone, even life generally, right? Life generally, the difference between wherever you are right now in life and in career is three things. It's not plenty things at all. Many times we get so busy with plenty things, but I can confidently tell you that the difference between where you are right now and where you want to be is three things. Number one, mindsets. And what is mindset? Mindset is the belief systems that you have, but I will come to that in more details, right? Mindset is the belief system that you have. What do you believe? And belief starts from yourself, right? The kind of conversation we want to have today is not your typical product conversation, right? It's not the typical product management. So we've been talking about product management for years, and still there are some persons that, despite learning product management skills, understanding all these product management bells and whistles, their career is not growing. They've been the same 1 year, 2 year. They've not had significant career growth. And I think this mindset conversation is quite broad, but I hope I'll be able to simplify it in a certain way. But the most important thing for me is to be able to give you guys actionable steps, right? So, like I said in the community group, the difference between where you are and where you want to be is three things. One, your mindset. Your mindset is, what do you believe? Basically, what do you believe about yourself, right? What do you believe about yourself? But let's just focus on what do you believe about yourself, right? Because there are many aspects to believe, but what do you believe about yourself? The second thing is the people you know and the people that know you. Very, very big, right? The people you know and the people that know you is a big influence on how your life is going to be shaped out, right? And that's why, people used to say, oh, in Nigeria, it's when you know people, when you know people. The truth is that everything in life is when you know people. Don't let us bubble ourselves. If you want to be very realistic, is when you know people, that people are going to help you, or people that know you and they know what you can do, they are going to support you. It's everywhere in life. It's not just a Nigerian thing. Sometimes we overhype that thing in Nigeria. But even all of us, when we look at ourselves, most of the things that we all do today, it comes out from somebody else's recommendation. Would you go and buy a smartphone today without at least knowing one person that used that smartphone? It's going to be quite weird for you not to go and at least find somebody that knows that smartphone, right? You will not go and buy a laptop now without asking somebody that is knowledgeable in laptops. Please, I want to buy a laptop. Which type of laptop should I buy? That is already somebody knowing somebody, right? I remember the last time I wanted to go and buy a laptop. The last time I wanted to go and buy a laptop in Computer Village, and somebody said, oh, go to this particular person, go to this particular person. And the person gave me the person number. And I went straight to that person's shop, and boom, I went there, I got a laptop, and it was pretty seamless and effortless, right? So saved me plenty of stress, saved me plenty of energy. So the people you know and the people that know you is the biggest, or one of the biggest influences in how your life is going to shape out, basically where you are going to get to. If you want to get anywhere in life, the people that know you and the people you know, super duper important. And that's why building your network, building your friends, having the right sets of people is very important in the course of your life. Finally, right? Finally is the information that you have, right? Finally is the kind of information that you have. See, information is everything in this life as well, right? The difference between where you want to be right now is something that you do not know. Anywhere you are going to in this your life today, wherever you are right now, the difference between where you are and where you want to be is an information that you need to get. If you get that information, you get to the next level of your life. So in a nutshell, these three things are integral to everybody's life success. And I'm not going to restrict this to product management, but I'll also connect it back to product management, right? All of us right now, these three things are integral to our life success. Your mindset, the people you know and the people that know you, and then the kind of information that you have. See, people have privileged information. Don't let us also bubble ourselves. There are some things that you don't know, but when you know those things, your life is going to go like a wire. Right? It's just the way we are learning product management now, for example. We are learning product management right now. And I've seen people, I'm privileged to have seen people take this product management career very seriously, and their lives have literally changed. Somebody came from collecting 70,000 naira salary and then enter into product management. 6 months later, the person is collecting a 400k salary. That's significant change from collecting 70k to 400k in 6 months. That's a lot of change. And if the person continues to grow in that trajectory, the person is going from 400k to 600k to 700k to 800k before the person hits a 7-figure salary. Except, again, the person does not maximize these three things that I just talked about. Mindset, the people you know and the people that knows you, and the kind of information that you have. Guys, see, this is the difference between whatever it is that you want to achieve in this life right now. Now, let's bring it to product management and your career growth, right? I'm going to focus on mindset, and maybe we would find time to sort of talk about the other aspects, like the people you know and the people that knows you. But those information are quite direct. And then the kind of information that you have as well. Maybe I'll touch base on that, but I just want to focus on mindset for today, right? So these three things are the biggest players in your life right now. And I can ask you to do an experiment in your life right now. Find out maybe some years back, right? If you really sit down and do like a retrospective, right? Find out some years back. The difference between where you are right now and where you used to be is most likely going to come down to the people you know and the people that know you. Somebody said something to you, or the kind of information that you got that just helped you to make some changes in your life that switched you from where you used to be and where you are right now. It's something I've done many times in my life. And even where I am right now, to the glory of God, is a function of mindsets, people that I know and the people that knows me, and the information that I have. For example, now, an example of information that you have now, for example, now, everybody is talking about AI. And I noticed that we Nigerians don't seem to be, we are just using AI as a buzzword, but people don't seem to be studying AI. Earlier in July, August, I took an AI course, quite insightful, right? And I was like, wow, this is interesting, right? I had to take an AI course. For instance, that I'm not even sure I finished it because it was a pre-recorded course. I'm not sure, I didn't finish it, but I've done majority part of what that entire training is about, right? And I'll see some people will be complaining, AI is going to take job, AI is going to do this. There's nothing you can do about it. That kind of complaint is just very negative, right? There's nothing you as an individual can do about it. The AI is here to stay. It's either you join them or you lose, if that's a way to put it. It sounds harsh, but that's the truth. And the other day during the course of the week, I was preparing for a presentation and I was trying to look for like data around certain products and certain industries. And I found out that people in AI, people in artificial intelligence, people in blockchain technology, people in this very, very niche tech space that a lot of us don't talk a lot about, right? All those niche tech space, they are paid highly, more than even we that were doing popular things like logistics, mobility, fintech, and all of that. A product manager in AI would typically earn between $150,000 to $200,000 yearly. The question is, are you learning AI? I think I posted it on the group the other day. I said, yeah, everybody, all of us have to be talking about this AI convert, and that's why one of the plans before the end of the year is to bring somebody. We're going to have like a 2-day session on how do we solve problems with AI, because I think we need to have more of those kind of conversations. If not, right, what is going to happen is that 3-4 years down the line, when the industry matures, the early guys, the guys that come into that industry early enough and find their foot early enough, they're going to cash out big. They're going to make it big. And then the late boomers, people that are like, AI is bad. AI is this one. AI is that one. It will now occur to them, but by then it will not be too late. And there's something about life that many people don't like to accept. The first set of people to enter into something, they used to make it bigger than the rest. And this is very typical in product strategy as well, right? Go and look at any most successful company today. You find out that they are among the first to do something. Google is the second company to build search engine. Apple built the first full touchscreen device. Microsoft launched the entire world of internet and computing and all. They are all successful companies today. With the way OpenAI is going, OpenAI has championed the whole artificial intelligence industry. I won't be surprised 5-10 years from today, if OpenAI continue to do what they do, they're going to be as big as a Google, Apple, Microsoft, and co. Facebook is the second or third social media in the world. So look at all the most successful companies. You find out that industry that they are successful in, they are among the first to do that thing. So there's something about you being among the first set of people to get into something. Again, people don't like to have this kind of conversation, but I just have this feeling of, let's just talk about some of those things that people don't like to talk about. Because I think it's important that many more persons like you and I, we get to have this information. What I'm giving to you is an information that if you take it, you understand it, and you find a way to run with it, you would influence your next level or your next stage of your life. Right? So now I think enough of the first level of this conversation. I've said one major thing right now. The difference between where you are and where you want to be is simply information. It's simply 3 things. I mean, mindset, the people you know, and the people who know you, and the information that you have. Now, I want to focus on mindset, right? I want to focus on mindset, and I'll try to simplify it as much as possible. It's a broad conversation that we cannot even finish if we do a 1-week conversation. But I want to try to make it as simple as it can be. Mindset. And what is mindset? Mindset is basically the beliefs that you have. Mindset is basically the beliefs that you have. And in this world of everybody's talking about tech, everybody's talking about product management, everybody's talking about AI, I can still bet you that some people will not bring anything out of this entire buzz. And I've seen people in the course of my life, I'm privileged to have seen people come into tech like years back, 2, 3, 4 years back. And I've also seen people come into tech 2 years ago, 1 year ago, and they have blown away their careers. And with the privilege of what we do at Innova Lab, I've also seen people literally change their lives, like I said. And I've also seen people just dragging their career as well. So I've been privileged to see a number of variety of things, at least in the course of my life, I would have trained probably about 1,000 persons, excluding even what we do at Innova Lab. Before Innova Lab, I used to do trainings, right? So coming into Innova Lab, let's even bring it to Innova Lab. At Innova Lab, we've trained like 400 plus persons, and I've been involved one way or the other in all these 400 plus persons. And I can tell you that those that are doing well, that we know, like I know them that are doing very well, they came out from Innova Lab and they've gone out to do like amazing stuff, right? And they are still doing amazing stuff. One thing I can use to segment them is mindset. And there are some couple of persons as well that have come out from Innova Lab that they are not doing much. One thing that it comes down to is mindset. Well, one major thing, because the other things are part of it. People you know, people that you don't know, and the information that you have. But one major thing is mindset. And what is mindset? Mindset is beliefs, the kind of belief that you have. Some of you here listening to me, you have disempowering beliefs that do not empower you. You are always afraid. You are too scared. You have fear of failure. Meanwhile, all of us, we dey fail in many things. You have fear of failure. You are too afraid. You are too, or you are too. And you know the funny thing is that everybody goes through all these things. That's the craziest thing. I am still afraid. I still got rejection. I still got rejection this week, right? I'm working with a colleague on a startup and wanted to go for a pitch, and they rejected our pitch deck. Did I come online and say, this world, life no easy. Kiniko. I won't come outside and do that because I know that it is part of the game, right? So even at a certain level where I feel like, oh no, I know a lot of things, I still dey collect rejection back to back,
Yes.
right? I'm still
Yeah, don't
collecting
do that.
rejection. Now somebody will now come here now.
I know your face. You're supposed to.
Comfort, you are unmuted, right? So I'm still collecting rejection back to back. Then one new bill will not come now. Somebody who is just starting out, collect 2 rejection, 3 rejection, and say, oh, this borough management thing is hard. It's not easy. Kinikon, and they'll start to do lamentation and lamentation. Their own lamentation self will pass the lamentation inside the Bible. And that mindset is totally wrong. Very, very wrong. Because that rejection that you are crying for, you are scared of, everybody is collecting it, including the experts, including your mentors, including the senior people. We are all collecting one form of rejection or the other. Nobody is left over from it. Right? Nobody is left over from rejection. The question is, how do you allow those things to now take over yourself? You now start to say, is this product management thing for me? Yada, yada, yada. And, start to talk about just disempower yourself. Right? And these things affect your mindset towards yourself. Because it's not a product management thing. It's you. The problem is you. Many of you here, if you are here and your career is not growing, maybe you started learning something, let's not even limit it to product management. If you are not growing in certain levels in your life, right? I know this will sound a little bit very harsh and very straightforward, but I think I just want to also be brutally honest as well. If you're not growing in certain levels in your life, it really comes down to mindset. Now, please, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I also have my flaws. I also have areas of my life that I am trying to improve, which I also know that in my own life, I know that it's a mindset issue because mindset cuts across different aspects. You can have a good mindset for your career, but not have a good mindset for your family. You can have a good mindset for money, but not have a good mindset for your friends. So it's broad. That's why I say it's broad. But let's just focus on career for now, right? You can have this, you see other people doing well in product management, you see other people growing, you see other people making money, you're hearing, $150,000, people are making 700K, 500K, depending on wherever you are at your journey. Because, for example, now, what somebody will see as big money is not what another person will see as small money. So all these things are contextual. So pick your own personal struggle, let me use that word. So just because somebody says, I collected 700K, what if 700K feels like a too much money for you? Some of us get excited about all this big money that we call, but for some of you, your mindsets cannot carry 700K. I'm going to be, again, as honest as it can be. And so anything your mindset cannot carry, you will not earn it. It's not beans. If your mindset cannot carry it, right, you will not earn it. It's not beans. I know somebody very close to me. Person is very, very close to me. And this person, the person used to say, if somebody give me 5 million, my life would change. And in my head, I'm like, 5 million, your life would change. Inside this Nigeria, 5 million self cannot collect 4-bedroom flats in Lekki. want to collect 4-bedroom flats now inside Lekki Admiralty Way, 5 million cannot collect it. Collect something executive and exclusive. 5 million cannot collect 4-bedroom flats in Lekki. That's what one person is saying. If I see 5 million now, it will radically change my life. And I'm always just smiling whenever I hear the person say that. I'm like, it is where. So that is the person's mindset. Meanwhile, another person's mindset is that 5 million cannot collect 4-bedroom flat. You want to collect proper 4-bedroom flat inside Lekki now in a very exclusive place. Or more, you need 5 million standing. And you're paying that on a yearly basis. And that might still even come with service charge. And service charge might enter like 700k, 800k, 1 million for service charge. When you see everything you're paying, last one, you're paying like 7 million. And the funniest thing is that people are paying this money for house rents. The money that somebody is scared of, or the money that somebody is carrying on their head, that's the kind of money that somebody else is using to pay house rent. So you have to pick your level when it comes to mindset. But I'm going somewhere. What you believe about yourself plays a big impact on how well you grow your career. So what do you believe about yourself? Right? What do you believe about yourself? And what you believe about yourself play a very big role. And it comes down to a couple of things. But I'm trying to simplify all this conversation. What you believe about yourself play a very big role. But I want to sort of itemize these ideas in a way that you guys can be able to understand easily. Right? Everything starts from what you believe about yourself. Now, what do you believe about yourself? What do you believe about yourself? Do you believe that, you are capable of working? Do you believe that you have the skill set to work? Do you believe that, I hope you're not too afraid? It's normal to be afraid. Everybody gets afraid. But hope you're not too afraid. Hope you're not allowing the fear to cripple you and stop you from taking actions that you need to take. Right? Hope you're not fearful. Hope you are not saying, some of us, like I said earlier, some of us get excited when people say big money, but our mind no fit carry them in reality. Right? When people say, $150,000, we are all excited and we are all super duper happy and everybody's excited about the potential. But in reality, some people's mind does not have the capacity to carry it. And the truth is that they would never earn it. Even God from heaven is not going to come down to help them to earn it. Your mindset, what you believe about yourself, plays a very, very, very big role. Now, how do you grow your career? And let's bring it down to product management. Right? 1, do you believe, right? And I think maybe you should write this down. Do you really, 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 really believe in what you do as a product manager? Because the truth is that until you get to that point where you understand the value that you bring to the table, even you will not value yourself. Like, do you really, really, really? And so when I say really, 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 it's not like you have to know it from day one. I think I was telling my guys in, Lekki Cohort 4 earlier this afternoon, and I was like, you don't have to know everything from day one. You just have to consistently do from day one. And don't stop doing. Right? You might not know everything, you might not understand everything, but if you are consistent, see, people talk about passion, people talk about talent, but see, consistency will beat passion any day. Consistency will beat talent any day. If you like, be passionate. Passionate. A person that is more consistent, because the person just believes in themselves and just believe in doing that thing continuously. When they are happy, they do it. When they are not happy, they do it. When they are sad, they do it. When they are not sad, they do it. Every day they are doing it. The person that is consistent will always beat the person that is passionate and the person that have talent. Anytime, any day. Because consistency always wins. And what makes somebody to be consistent is mindset too. The person just knows that if I continue to do this thing, I'm going to I'm going to bring out something from it. Some of you now, you're not consistent. Some of you, you say you're looking for a job, you do job search 3 days, you get tired. Oh, rejection. Oh, rejection. Oh, rejection. Everything is not happening for me. And you start to now cripple yourself. You put yourself under imposter syndrome. Da, 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 da. Like 3 days application. Why now? Like, we're kind of loud, right? You know, and some of you that are even working in the job as a product manager, you're not growing your career. You've been in one job for like 2 years. Your salary has been like 250K, 300K. By now, 2 years, you should have grown now. You should have turned to something else. For some of you, is also mindset. You are too comfortable, right? You are too comfortable, collecting my 300K. I don't want stress. I don't want anything that will stress my life. I don't want something that would overstress me. I don't want pressure. Sometimes when people talk about work-life balance, right? I always say that sometimes this whole conversation on work-life balance, it can be it can be um it can be very detrimental. Let me use that word. Now, please stay with me and don't misinterpret me. Work-life balance thing where you say, oh, work small, play small, work small, play small. It has its place, right? There are times in your life where you have to work like your entire life depends on it. And then there will now be times in your life where you now have to just chill out and, go to the Bahamas if you can afford it, go to Paris if you can afford it and all of that. And if you don't even have to go to Paris, you just go to one very nice hotel in Nigeria. Maybe go to 4 Points by Sheraton if you've never been there before, or Radisson Blue if you've never been there before, and pamper yourself, right? And this is part of building a mindset. Some of us might say, it's too expensive. That particular word is too expensive. It's a balance. I know I'm talking about aspire to perspire thing, but I'm going somewhere. I don't want you guys to lose me, but I'm going somewhere. It's a balance, right? You have a mindset that is not empowering you to see big things, that is not empowering to see yourself doing big things. Now you have been working in one job. You've been working in one job for maybe 2 years. Your career is not growing. You're not making more money and you're not stressed. You don't see it as anything. You're comfortable. You're collecting your 300K. You're doing well, yada, yada, yada. But meanwhile, there's somebody doing better. Now, there's a place of also humility. There's a place of, what's the word now? There's a place of humility. There's a place of, is humility the best word now? There's a place of appreciating where you are, which doesn't stop you from growing from that place. Now, everything about mindset comes down to desire. A lot of people say something, but they don't really, really desire that thing. Right? You want to grow your career, you want to move from where you are, but you don't deeply desire it. Again, I'm saying it one more time. The difference between where you are and where you want to be, the biggest influence is your mindset, what you believe about yourself. Do you even believe in yourself? Like, do you really be? If they put you on a job, do you believe that you can deliver? And be very sincere with yourself. It starts from there. And when I say, do you believe that you can deliver? It's not about that you know everything, because that's some of you used to think that is when you know everything that's when you can deliver. It's not true. I don't know everything, right? And if you see a lot of senior people, they will tell you some things that they don't know as well. I don't know everything, right? And if you talk to even people that are, for example, now I like to look at people like Tony Elimelu. I like to look at people like Femi Otedola. I just every now and then I follow Tony Elimelu back to back. This man is always going every single place and networking. But majorly, in my opinion, I feel like he's always using it to learn. But today is not for networking conversation yet. But it's just always, you see, go to Tony Olumilu's Instagram page. Is inspiring to look at. You know that this man is pursuing his hustle. You might see all those packaging, suits, red tie, and all of that. But the man is genuinely pursuing his hustle. And pursuing his hustle in the sense that he has a mindset. The mindset is going after the big players. Imagine someone who has built UBA. Why didn't he chill out? Maybe UBA is one of the most successful banks in Nigeria. Why didn't he just go and rest? At least his life is already made with UBA. His life is made. Why did he just go and sit down in one beach in Bahamas and just sleep for the rest of his life? No. His mindset is a mindset of growth. What's the next challenge should he be taking? And so you see him going everywhere. Sometimes I see his page, I'm like, yeah, this man don't used to rest. Maybe you have left UBA. He's not more the group CEO of UBA. Somebody else is the group CEO of UBA. He's more like a president of board, I'll be board president or something. So it's not like he's doing the day-to-day running of UBA. Neither is he doing the day-to-day running of Heirs Holdings. But this Baba is still everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. It's a mindset thing. Somebody that we can say he has literally made it in life. In short, his generation have made it because he has built a structure. There's a bank. That bank is going to continue to work. People are going to be there. Bank is going to make money for him. And he's already made for life. His family is made for life. Literally. But this person is still continuing doing work, trying to look for better ways to improve. It's a mindset thing more than it's I know it. The kind of beliefs that he has, right? And that's why if you want to continue to grow your career and you don't want your career to be stifled, you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in your capacity, even when you don't know everything. That's the key thing, though. You don't have to know everything before you believe in yourself. In short, you don't need to know everything before you believe in yourself. Because that's one of the challenges a lot of newbies have. They used to feel like, I need to know everything. I need to know this thing. I need to know that. You don't need to know everything before you believe in yourself. You don't need to. Right? You don't need to know everything before you believe in yourself. And it's one of the challenges that I also think that all of us in Nigeria and Africa, we have, including me that I'm talking to you. So me too, I'm also working on myself in this area, right? We all see Americans. We all see Britons, but let's just focus on America to be precise. We all see all these guys, right? We see all of them building stuff. The other day when I was watching that OpenAI demo day, right? When I was watching it, I was just amazed by how these guys are thinking. I was just asking myself that, God, when are we in Nigeria going to be like these guys? That we are championing something that is going to change the entire whole world. Instead, what we are doing is, just copying and pasting what they've done. And it's not bad, right? But sincerely, I was challenged in my mind. I was like, when is Nigeria going to get to this point of where we are the one building the things that the world is using? It's a mindset thing, though. It's not a knowledge thing. People think it's by the thing that you know. Out of those three things that I said, mindset, the people you know and who you know, and the information that you have, the biggest influence is mindset. If you believe very, very well in yourself, in your capacity, even when you don't know everything, right, you'll be able to figure out the information that you need to know, and you'll be able to figure out the people that you need to speak to. Right? I was you guys cannot even imagine what was playing through my head. I was like, God, when are we in Nigeria going to build? I think if you notice how I posted my post on what's the name? On the community group the other day. If you are paying attention, it was coming from a place of deep thinking. I was like, when are we Nigerians going to build stuff? Like not copies what somebody else has built. Not just taking a template, but like build something that comes from a place of like deep intuition. Those things come from belief. It's not because they know too much. I look at Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI. I was just watching as he was speaking. I was like, what's with this guy? He does not have two heads. He doesn't have four hands. He doesn't have four legs. all of us have one head, two hand, two leg. What is he doing that I cannot do, for crying out loud? How is this guy able to come up with all this innovation with his entire team? And then how are even the team members coming up with the innovation? And in my head, I was like, we really need to ginger ourselves, Nigerians, more. And it's a mindset thing. It's not about maybe overhype. It's about our beliefs. Many of us think very small. Many of us think too small. Many of us just want to make money for ourselves and make money for our family. Many of us are not thinking beyond ourselves. I think that's another issue. Because if you are selfless, I think that you will do bigger things than if you are just thinking too much about yourself. It's also part of a mindset conversation. If you are more of a selfless person, not selfless to a fault, please, there's permit me to use the word, there is foolish selflessness, quote and unquote, permit me to use that word, foolish selflessness. I have been there, so I can confidently tell you that there's foolish selflessness. There's selflessness that is informed, like informed selflessness. Now, let me show you what do I mean by informed selflessness. Look at Google, right? Google is one of the most valuable companies in the world. Google is also a selfless company. All of us today, we are all using something from Google that is free. We're not paying a single dime, and we're using that free tool. You think it's cheap for them? It's a crazy amount of selflessness. Many times we don't talk about this part of tech. Everybody's always talking about the money, the money, the money, the money. All the most successful companies, they are selfless. From Google to Apple to Microsoft. Go and look at a lot of the things that they have provided to the world today. Most people are enjoying those things for free or way, way cheaper than they should be charging for it. If you want to be very realistic. Especially Google in particular. Google Chrome, free. Google thing, free. Google that one, free. Google this one, free. YouTube, free. Earlier today, I was sharing with my guys. I said, I saw a statistics of YouTube. And let me share with you guys. It's here on my screen. YouTube has 2.5 billion monthly active users in 2023. Meaning that 2.5 billion people are using YouTube every single day to watch something. 122 million daily active users. Well, how is this possible? Because it is free. It shows the level of mindset that these guys carry when they are building their products. They are selfless. Yeah, obviously, I'm not saying they are perfect. They all have their flaws. Everybody has flaws, so nobody is perfect. Everybody has flaws, right? YouTube is not a perfect company, but this is one of the reasons why these guys are successful and they are big. It's a crazy amount of selflessness. Imagine allow 2.5 billion people to be watching video for free. Because some of us don't think about those things many times. It's free. 2.5 billion people. Imagine they are charging $1 per 2.5 billion people and put that into their accounts. And then even for their creators, all those guys that are doing creator on YouTube, I think they say YouTube pay them 55% of their revenue. All of YouTube revenue, 55% of it goes to the creator, 45% comes to YouTube. It's a crazy amount of selflessness. And it comes down to mindset. It's not about they are trying to be nice. It's not about nice. There are many people that are nice, but they are stingy. It's about mindset. It's about believing in abundance, knowing that the more I give, the more people are going to get, and the more I will get over time. That's why Google is as huge as it is. Microsoft is as huge as it is. The way OpenAI 2 is going, we are all using ChatGPT 3 for free. And then anybody that wants to use ChatGPT 4 will pay, amount of money, maybe $20 or something every month or something. I can't remember the exact amount. But ChatGPT 3 is free for everybody. And that's why I won't be surprised 3-5 years down the line, OpenAI as a company will be giving, Apple, Google a run for their money. You'll be putting it under the largest companies of this world. It's one of the challenges that we have in Nigeria, or as a nation or as a country. There's that mindset that all of us just carry around, me, myself, me, myself, me, myself, me, myself. It's also part of the thing that will affect your career growth. If you think beyond yourself, and the funny thing is that the beauty of our job as product managers, right? And that's something I feel fulfilled about doing what I do as a product manager. I am building something for other people. I'm not building something for myself. I'm building something for other people. And the funny thing is that our job puts us in that place to be selfless. But still, some of us are very stingy. You might think you're not stingy, but you are. It's subtle. Our job as product managers puts us in a place where we can be outrageously selfless. We build products for other people to solve other people's problems, add value to other people. But your mindset that you carry towards what you do, is it solid? Do you believe in yourself? Do you believe in your capacity, even when you don't know everything? Do you think Sam Altman of OpenAI knows everything? Sit down with them. I've watched a couple of their interviews. They don't really know everything. But one thing they are very good at doing is that they are good at just trying to figure it out. If you have that kind of mindset that I will always figure anything out, regardless of whatever it is, you will figure it out. Personally, it's the kind of mindset that I have. I always like to just say, this thing we go run them, especially if it's something I really want to put myself into. I might not know how to do it. I might not know how to go about it, but we will just figure out a way to run it one way or the other. And yeah, sometimes we might fail, sometimes it might not make sense, sometimes we might waste money, we might waste energy. But as we continue to try to figure it out, because we have a mindset that I can get this thing done and I can do this thing. And that's the kind of challenge that I am feeling in my body, spirit, and soul. Especially since I watched that video again. I've been feeling that in recent times, but on Friday, it was just very strong. I'm like, God, how can we have more Nigerians having this kind of innovative mindset? Because it's not about they know more than we do. They don't necessarily know more than we do. Yeah, they might have more opportunities in terms of maybe information, but see, a lot of people have information in Nigeria, but they are not still using it. Some of us here now listening to me, you have plateau of information on your hand, in your table, in your books, but you're not even using it. Because your mindset does not even carry you to use it. Because you don't believe in yourself as much as you think you do. You are too focused on maybe yourself, your family, making your own money. You are too particular about maybe not hurting yourself. You don't want to go through failure. You are scared. You are afraid. And if anything, like I said earlier, all of us, we are all afraid. Till today, I'm still afraid. Right? As I'm sounding all jamming and jamming with you. I still have fears at the back of my mind. I come, I smile. I was in class today. I was smiling. I was jovial. Doesn't mean that everything in my life is perfect. Nah, everything is not. But I carry a very strong mindset that I will always figure anything out. I will always get anything done. Right? Regardless of whatever the issue is. So when I bring it into the context of career, see, your mindset plays a big role. You cannot grow in your career if you don't have self-belief, if you don't believe in what you do. Even when you don't know everything, you cannot grow. If you like, let Banji sit down and carry product management and put inside your head. Say I open your head and I pour my head, and let me call all the big product management maestros in Nigeria. People like them, Tobi Otokiti, people like maybe who else can I call now? Tobi Otokiti or FinTech Bro, Nifemi, or some of the big guys that you all know in the product management space that we all know as well. Even if they carry all their knowledge and experience and put inside your head, if you do not believe in yourself, you do not believe in your capacity, you do not believe in what you know, you do not believe in what you can do, you not go grow. Nothing, no magic in heaven and earth is going to cause it to move. You are not going to grow anywhere. So let me pause here, because this conversation can be broad, but let me pause here, right? I think I want to pause here. Do you really believe in yourself? Now, actionable steps to take. How do you start to build belief in yourself? Truth is that it's not a crazy thing. You don't have to go to a pastor. It starts from you. How do you believe in yourself? It starts from you. And a simple technique that you can use to help yourself to believe in yourself is to speak affirmations to yourself. Sometimes I see, I personally do affirmations a lot. I do it every freaking single day. I affirm to myself what I am, who I am, and who I want to be every single day. I don't joke with affirmations, right? I don't joke with affirmations. And if you see any legit person that is doing well in their career, you find out that they are very affirmative about who they are. It's a way of like self reassuring yourself. And so one of the first ways that you can start to really work on yourself and work on your own belief in your own self is to do affirmations. And this might sound like an aspire to perspire thingy, but I know me, I think I've always said that. So yeah, we talk a lot about aspire to perspire, yada, yada, yada. The truth is that it has its place to play in people's lives. Everybody needs motivation every now and then. And everybody needs to hear something that is not regular, come and learn product management. Because it's not about learning product management that you grow your career, right? Like I said earlier at the beginning of this training, there are people that learn the same thing. Two people will learn the same thing. One person will go on and carry that thing and make a life literally out of that thing. And then the second person that learns the same thing from the same person, that person is not going to grow. Do you think it's not the same person? So for example, now, like I said, we've trained people at Innovalab and I see some people growing very fast and I see some people just dragging. Is it that we didn't train them well? No, we trained them well. But what can we do? If their mindsets cannot carry it, there's nothing that we can do. So I'm trying to train you well. I'm trying to train you well, but your mindset is not carrying the training. What am I going to? Am I going to cut my, even if I cut my head and put it inside your head, funny is that your mindset is not still going to carry the training. Because you do not believe in yourself, you do not believe in what you are doing, you do not believe in your capacity. Hence, you're going to have the ripple effect of that non-belief. So how do you start to believe in yourself? One, do affirmations. What is affirmation? Affirmation is basically speaking to yourself. It's as simple as saying, I am a great product manager. I build impactful products. I make money with my skills. Any product that I'm going to build is going to impact the lives of people. I know it sounds somehow, especially for some of us here, and we're looking like, what is this guy saying? But me, I can tell you that it's something I do every single day. And I see the effect in my life, and I will confidently tell you that it works. Somebody else might come and tell you something else. I think at product dive events, they give them affirmation cards. You think those things are like, people take them lightly. That Nigerians, we typically take those things lightly. At the dive conference that was held in earlier this year, they gave them affirmation cards. I was really proud to see that, because sometimes it's not about learning all the product management theory and all the product management practice. Sometimes just how you affirm yourself that will be the difference between how your career is going to be and how your career is not going to be. Right? What are you saying to yourself? Do you believe in yourself? What are you telling yourself? And typically, I advise that you do it typically early in the mornings and in the nights. Just saying from personal experience. If you affirm yourself before you go to bed, brilliant. If you affirm yourself early in the morning, first thing when you wake up, brilliant. You can do it any time of the day, but just for the sake of really helping it to sink. If you do it any time of the day, your mind might be going around plenty things. But if you sit down in the night before going to bed and just talk to yourself, tell yourself, I'm a great product manager. I build impactful, and say it with all emotion, like say it with passion. If this is what you want to do, right? I build impactful products. My product is going to impact the lives of thousands of people, right? My product is going to impact the lives of billions of people. I am going to be part of a team that builds a product. And you're just doing this every day, every freaking day. Me, I can confidently tell you that do that 3 to 6 months and you would start to see how your life is going to evolve. There's where you're like priming yourself, you're telling yourself what to do. And that is sort of helping to shape how you think, shape what you believe. And that's also going to shape how you behave and how you work. You won't know everything, but for some reasons, you'll be able to figure out everything, one way or the other. Affirmations, where you're telling yourself, you can even carefully write it down. Just last night, I rewrote some affirmations for myself just last night, which I cannot share because it's personal. I cannot share. I rewrote some affirmations for myself. I personally don't joke with it. It's a way of helping me to tell myself. See, I always tell myself that I am going to build $1 billion product. I always tell myself. And when you see me today, when I was going out today, I still carried how to build $1 billion app in my hand. You think it's too. You think I've gotten to where I am. I've not gotten to where I am in my career. So don't be surprised in 3 to 5 years and Banji is the product manager that built or that was involved in building that $1 billion product. Don't be surprised when you see me in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Don't be surprised because I'm doing the work now. And I'm not just doing the work now by just building my product management skills. I'm doing the work now by also priming myself and believing in myself. So I'm telling you now that don't be surprised if you see what I am doing in the product management space in a few years. I'm not trying to brag. I'm affirming something that I know. So when you see some of the products that will be involved in building, you should not be surprised. Again, I'm not trying to brag. I'm not trying to say I know everything. I don't know everything. Like I said, I still collect rejection from VCs, right? I have a small startup idea that I'm building with a friend, and we send our pitch deck and they just bounce us, right? They just bounce us during the course of the week. So don't think that is like we know everything. Right, me and my friend that were working on that product, we just had to say, okay, what do we need to do again? No more. I see these guys they're not seeing what we are seeing, right? And I had to give some of my colleagues some tasks to do during the course of this week again. They were working on that project. So rejection go always day. Normal. You will collect rejection. But that does not stop you from believing in yourself. That does not stop you from affirming what you believe, even when you're not seeing it. I've not built $1 billion product, but at least I'm privileged to have built $1 million product. So at least I know I've been involved in building $1 million product, but I've not built $1 billion product. And I want to be able to tell myself that I was the integral part of a team, right? Or I am an integral part of a team that built up $1 billion product. A product valued at $1 billion is a big deal for me. It's something I've had as a dream. Like earlier in the course of my career as a PM, I don't know how somebody put that thing into my head, but I just, there was a time when being a unicorn was a big deal. And so since then, that thing has just stayed in my head, right? Unicorn, $1 billion. So if you pay attention, where it's not my first time talking about it. I think I talked about it on LinkedIn one time. I read that book. And I'm still reading the book again because I want to build $1 billion product. That's the kind of mindset that I carry. Not because I know everything, not because I have everything figured out, not because I have one babalawo somewhere. Me, I'm a Christian and I believe in God, right? But because I just have that thing that I am not there yet. I don't know how to do it yet, but I want to know how to do it. And it starts from self-belief. Then from self-belief, I now start saying, what information do I get? What information do I get is me reading the book, How to Build $1 Billion App by George Bekiwoski. That's me getting information. Because what is inside that book, for example, is not even part of the things I already know, but there are some nuanced things that I don't know that I learned inside that book, and I'm still learning inside the book. If you see that book, now the book is already dirty in my hand because I've been carrying the book up and down. I initially read it one time this year, then I stopped reading it, then I read it again, then I stopped reading it, then I read it again, then I stopped reading it. Again, these last 2 days, I've read it again. I think I posted it on my LinkedIn as well. It's because of the kind of beliefs that I'm carrying at the back of my mind. That this is what I want to do and this is what I want to build. I don't want to be ordinary. Right? People that are doing stuff did not have 4 hands, did not have 4 legs, did not have 2 heads. They are human beings like you and I. But the way they get there is not by just knowing something. Mindset is the bedrock, is the foundation that if it's be destroyed, there's nothing you can do. If you don't get mindset is that foundation. If the foundation be destroyed, what can the righteous do? It's mindset. Because even if you have all the information in the world, if you don't have a mindset that can carry that information, nothing is going to happen. And if you don't know the right people, right, and people know you as well, nothing is also going to happen. So, I think I want to just wrap up here, and I think we should just use this as a means of just taking it all in, right? Please believe in yourself. And it's simple. Maybe I should not talk about too many things so that this will help to make it easy. It's simple. Start from affirmations. Start from affirming yourself. Start from talking to yourself. Start from telling yourself what you want to do with your career. Start from thinking big about what you want to do with your career. Start from, you know, believing, talking to yourself. For example, I always tell myself, right? And maybe I should even share some of my affirmations. I always say, "Hi, Banji. I am blessed. I am favored. I am rich. I am wealthy. Money comes to me easily in overflowing abundance. I earn money easily. I manage it wisely, and I grow it exponentially." These are some of my own personal affirmations. So let's do something. I know some of you might not be convenient with doing it or comfortable doing it, but let's do, maybe you should take my own affirmation for a start, and then you can create your own over time, right? Because it's good that you personalize it to suit yourself, right? It's good that you personalize it to suit yourself. But let's do something. Let's do something in the course of this session as I wrap up, right? Let's do something. Let's do an affirmation together. So, and I want us to say it together. So you can unmute your mic. It's not compulsory, but it's nice if you do so, right? Sort of starting to affirm yourself now. Like starting to affirm yourself now. Are we all ready? Are we good? Do you want to join me? Do you want to say this?
I am Abiola, I go blow.
All right, so let's do it together. I will make a call, and I want you to also say, and I want you to say it with like very intense passion, right? I want you to say it like from the deep of your heart. Don't just say it casually. It won't matter if you just say it casually. So I want you to like say what I say from the deepest parts of your heart. So the first thing, I will give you my own. I'll give you like the first versions of my own, and then we'll take it into like product management related, because everything starts from your life, really. So let's do it. One, I am blessed. Everybody say it.
I am
I am
blessed.
blessed.
I am blessed.
I am blessed.
All right.
I am blessed.
I am favored.
I am
I am
blessed.
I am
favored.
I am
favored.
Favored.
I
I am favored.
am
favored.
favored.
All right. I am
I am
rich.
rich.
I
I am
am
rich.
I am rich.
I am wealthy.
I am
I
I
well.
am
I am
wealthy.
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 Money comes to me easily in overflowing abundance.
Money
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 comes
comes
Money
comes
to
to
comes
me
to
me
me
to
easily
easily
and
and
easily
in
in
money
overflowing
in
overflowing
overflowing
abundance.
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 I earn money easily.
I
I
earn
I
money
I
earn
earn
easily.
money
money.
easily.
I manage it wisely.
I
I
I
I
manage it
manage
manage
wisely.
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 And I grow the money exponentially.
And
I
I
And
grow
I
the
grow
money
the
grow
money
exponentially.
exponentially.
I am going to be a very, very skilled product manager.
I'm
I'm
going
I
to
am
be a
going to
I
be
am
a
very,
very,
very
very
serious.
skilled
skilled
product manager.
product management.
And I will build products that will impact the lives of thousands to millions to billions of people.
And
and
I
I will
will
build
build
I will
products
products
that
build
will
I
that
build
products
impact the
that
life
products
will
of
that will
will
impact
thousands
impact
impact
to
lives
the
millions
lives
to
of
billions
life
of
of
people.
thousands
thousands
of
of people.
millions of people.
Right. I'm an impactful product manager,
I'm
I am
an
I am
impactful
an
I
an
am
product
impactful
manager.
impactful
a
product
product
manager.
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 and my products is going to impact the lives of thousands to millions to billions of people.
And my
And my
product
product
is
is
My
going to
going
product
to
impact
is
the
impact
going
the
to
life
life
of
of
impact
millions of
thousands,
millions
thousands
of
millions and
people.
thousands of people.
People.
Awesome. So I want you guys to take that as more like an assignment, and start to do that on a daily basis. Right? It helps. Sincerely, it helps. Right? You can figure out something for yourself. This is just something I have created. Right? But you can figure out something that is really, really personal to you. And I can tell you from the deepest part of my heart, and I'm being very sincere with this, it will help your life significantly. It will help your life significantly. If you continue to affirm the best things to yourself, it will help your life significantly. And then finally, like I said, you don't have to know everything, please. You don't stress yourself about knowing everything. Focus on believing, right? Again, I'm not trying to preach here, but like the Bible says, there's so many instances within the Bible that talks about believe. But look at the issue of Thomas, doubting Thomas, right? He did not believe until Jesus shook his hand, right? And until he put his hand inside Jesus' hand to see that there is a hole, and it was the guy that was nailed to the cross and all of that, right? There's so many instances, but I don't want to go religious, right? I just want us to focus on the essence of the affirmation, right? So somebody said I should list the affirmation again, for those that want to write. So I said I am blessed. That's one. I am favored. I am rich. I am wealthy. Again, I start from, most times I start from this list and I walk it down to, I am a skilled product manager. I am a very, very skilled product manager. I build products that will impact the lives of thousands to millions to billions of people. Personally, I used to say, I'm going to be involved in building $1 billion product. Right? And I say that regularly. I'm going to be involved in building $1 billion product. What else? Right? I'm a skilled product manager. I build $1 billion product. My product is going to impact the lives of people. I'm going to build products that will change the lives of people, that is going to impact the lives of people, that is going to take people from one point to the better point of their life. And I'm going to, earn a great living from doing this. I'll make a lot of money. I'll be able to, earn the money easily, manage the money wisely, grow the money exponentially, and all of that. So you can you don't have to use these exact words. I think it's good that you personify it to suit your own self, right? So this is the end of this conversation. It's not your typical product management conversation, but like I said, and I'm being very honest with you guys, if you do this, it's going to really, really enable your career growth. Because everything is not about knowing product management. Everything is not about knowing product management. There are some things that it's really about your self-belief and what you believe about yourself more than what you even know. And that's why I said the foundation is the bedrock. Plus you now knowing people and people knowing you, and then you having the right information. And for some of you, you have learned every major thing in product management that you need to learn. Some of you don't need to learn anything again. Some of you just need to go and walk and then believe in yourself. That's what some of you need right now. Right? Because I also see people stressing themselves on, hey, I want to learn. They finish from Innova Lab, they go to another school, they go to one school, they learn again, they go to one online course, they learn again. Some of you just need believe in yourself and just go out there and walk. Right? Just go out there and go and figure it out. Because you're not going to know everything. Even you will not still know everything till you die. Nobody knows everything. It's only God that knows everything. So why stress yourself trying to figure out everything when you cannot even figure out everything? So you learn as you go and you'll be figuring out as you go. But at the foundation of everything is if you really, really, really believe in yourself, right? It will enable every aspect of your career. And how do you start to believe in yourself? In a very basic format, it's just doing affirmations like we've done this evening. Do it every single day. Do it twice a day. Do it 3 times a day if you have time. And all of this, saying these words now that we just said now in the course of this meeting, it won't take you 5 minutes to say them. It will take you 5 minutes to say all these things that we've just said now. If you find a quiet time in the night, in the morning, in the afternoon, just affirm yourself. It will help to build your belief, help to build your mindset, help to build how you think about yourself. Ultimately, it will be the bedrock that facilitates your career. It's not about knowing product management. I want to be very genuine with you. There's the part of knowing product management. Like I said, the information you have is important, but the foundation where that information is coming on top is more important than the information. The foundation is the mindset. Whatever you learn is only going to, it will only be as impactful as the mindset that you have. So if you have a shallow mindset, if you like learn everything in the world, it will nothing will germinate out of it. It's like throwing a good seed inside a wrong soil. Could it work? It won't grow. It's going to have stunted growths. You throw a good seed, good information inside a wrong soil, a wrong mindset, it can't fly. So without further ado, we call it a wrap for the day. Thank you so much. I'll see if I can come up with something, but let's see. As I continue to think about all of these things, I'll be bringing it to the community. So yeah. But thank you so much, everybody. I hope that this has been impactful to you. I hope that you'll be able to take something away from here. And most importantly, I hope that you go and work on your own mindset. Because if you work on your mindset, you can take your life to any level you want to take it to. Sincerely, if you do, right? It's the bedrock of any information that you get. Is the bedrock of any people that you know and the people that knows you. Is the bedrock. Everything builds up from there onward. But I don't know if anybody has any question. I see Abby's hands are raised. Abby, you can go ahead with your question if you have. If you have any question, we can jump into the question and answer.
Banji, first, thank you very much for this wonderful session. I've had, a lot of sessions with you, and honestly, this one tops it all, and I'm not even capping. So thank you very much for being a selfless person. I appreciate, on behalf of everyone, I'm saying a very big thank you to you. So you made salient points, vital points. And one of them, I want to quickly call your attention back to. You mentioned the fact that there are a couple of people who, after, they're done with product school, they started working and they're stuck with their company. For 2 years, they've not really moved. I agree with you that it happens. In fact, some people 5 years, more than, right? Do you think that's a problem of mindset? How about the company culture? How about politics in the company? How about so many things? That's the first thing, right? The second thing, and this is more of a comment, and that's why I particularly love this session. Most of us on this call, and please, I'm not trying to come up with excuses for anyone on this call. It is what it is. Most of us who are present on this call were probably extremely brilliant while growing up in primary school, secondary school. But down the line, as Nigeria, kept on growing from 2009, 2010, 2000, going forward, Nigeria kept on getting worse. And at the end of the day, it eventually got into our subconscious. Let me cite a practical example. As you already know, Banji, I'm currently based here in Portugal. I recently brought my wife to Portugal, and recently it rained heavily, heavy rain. You know what happened? Something very, very funny happened. The next thing my wife said, she said, Abiola, cyber move for me, koloba me charge. Means, Abiola, please help me get my phone and quickly charge it before NEPA does their thing. Now, why did I cite that story? I cited that story because I wanted to connect the problem of psychology to this thing. Don't you think, apart from all those information you mentioned, the mindset, the information and knowing people, don't you think psychology also plays a role? Even all this affirmation, of course, I believe in it, but someone that has not eaten since morning, someone who doesn't know where the next meal is coming from, do you think the person will believe all those affirmation? In fact, where they've written the book itself, do you think they'll be able to remember where they kept the book? Because of so many challenges. You want to build a product today, Banji, in Nigeria, you're going to factor in so many things, no matter how brilliant your product is. Lagos State government can wake up in the middle of the night and tell you, okay, back off. When they want to do that kind of a thing in outside country, they can ask you to pack up, but there will be a reasonable compensation, right, for you. Recently, we know that there's this business that recently packed up in Lagos State. All of a sudden, they just packed up. I'm not sure they were compensated. Linking it back to people who are building new things outside of Nigeria, why Nigerians cannot independently think and build something new. I'm not giving excuses, don't get me wrong. Maybe everybody will be Banji or Toby or Kotiki or what's the name of that girl. Of course, I admire them, don't get me wrong. But if you look at our collective consciousness in Nigeria, you find out that actually it's not the fault of most people. It is simply because our system is designed in such a way that it's going to frustrate you. Of course, there will be exceptions, don't get me wrong. So those are some of the comments, and I would like you to just walk us through it. Thank you very much.
Nice. Very, 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 very valid conversation. Earlier today, I think Givens is here. Earlier today in class, right? Earlier today in class, some of us were complaining about Nigeria matter earlier today in class, right? Very valid. And the truth is that yes is a big factor, to be very honest. It's a big factor, right? And it's a big factor. Now let me be a little bit, let me share a little bit into my life. A little bit. I'm not sure I've ever said this before, but let me give you guys a privilege for the sake of just again being pretty honest. I want to try it as much as possible. There was a time in my life when, see, I think it's only my team members, that's those in Nova Lab now that knows this. I have done motorboy of pure water company before. Motorboy, I'll carry 4 bags of water. I learn out till today, even though that's years back, till today. If somebody come and deliver pure water to my house, I can carry 6 bags because of that programming years back. Right? Where it sounds funny now, but then it was not funny. Right? Then it was not funny. Right? Maybe I should stop recording this session here. Then it was not funny. Right? But I look back right now, and to be very sincere, it was a challenging situation. Now, not because I don't come